Hey everybody, it's Ron from Pick Dawgz, and this is Ron's Rundown. We're going to go over the MLB game scheduled for Wednesday, August 20th, 2025. If you like this video, make sure to hit that thumbs up button and subscribe. Put those baseball picks in the comments section below. And if you're looking for my best bets, the games I love the most, you can find those at the premium picks tab at pickdawgz.com. There's also a link in the description. Alrighty, here we go. I am feeling a little bit under the weather if you can't tell, so I am struggling a little bit with my voice in this video. Bear with me. Hopefully we'll get through it together. But here are the games for Wednesday, Major League Baseball. First up, we've got the Blue Jays and the Pirates. We've got Chris Bassitt and Braxton Ashcraft as the starters. Now, Ashcraft's pitched really well as of late. I mean, his last game against the Cubs, 5 innings, 1 run, 4 strikeouts. Even for a not-so-great offense like the Pirates, that's usually good enough for a victory. And in fact, the Pirates have a great record when they score 3 or more runs at PNC Park. I believe it's 27-11 going into Tuesday's game. So I think the Pirates can get those 3+ runs against Bassitt, who has really struggled as of late. His last 9 2/3, 6 earned runs, a couple of home runs, 3 home runs, and 6 walks to go with it. So missing inside and outside the zone, that control's been an issue. I'm going to roll the Pirates in this one on the money line at PNC. Next up, we've got the Mariners and the Phillies. We've got Luis Castillo and Jesus Luzardo as the starters. We've talked about the regression concerns for Luis Castillo, and now his last game, 4 innings, 6 earned runs, 3 home runs to go with it. Now, the Mariners were able to back him up, but I don't think he's going to get that type of run support against Luzardo and this Phillies bullpen, a bullpen that's improved. And Luzardo, while it's been an inconsistent year, I still think overall is a pretty good option in this game. Against the Mariners team, it's been inconsistent against lefties in the month of August. So I like Philadelphia's matchup against Castillo. Give me the Phillies on the money line. Next up, we've got the Astros and the Tigers. We've got Framber Valdez for Houston and Charlie Morton going for the Tigers. Now, we know Framber as a quality start machine, but hasn't had a quality start in his last 3 games. Really struggled in those games, and the Astros have lost his last 4 starts now. I think Morton can pitch pretty well in this game, and I think the Tigers have a great matchup here against Framber. They've done pretty well against lefties in the month of August. Framber has struggled himself on the road this season. I'm going to roll the Detroit Tigers on the money line, maybe even the run line in this one at home. Next up, the St. Louis Cardinals and the Miami Marlins. We've got Andre Pallante and Sandy Alcantara as the starters. Now, I think this is a situation where, because of both of these starting pitchers' ERAs being really steep, Pallante above 5, Alcantara above 6, we can actually get a decent price on the under in this game, because I actually like both their matchups pitching-wise in this specific game. As Alcantara's been a little bit better at Lone Depot Park this season. He faced these Cardinals earlier in the season, 5 innings shutout baseball. You got Pallante on the other side. We've talked about how he's a ground ball specialist, really relies on getting those ground ball outs. Recently, he's faced some teams that don't really hit the ball on the ground very often, the Yankees, the Cubs, and they were able to do a lot of damage against him. But he faced this Marlins team. It's one of the highest ground ball rates in Major League Baseball back on July 28th. Had 7 innings of scoreless baseball, one of his best starts of the year, in a 7-1 Cardinals win. I don't think Pallante gets that kind of run support, but I think he pitches pretty well in this game, and we go under the total in Marlins Cardinals. Next up, we've got the New York Mets and the Washington Nationals. We've got Kodai Senga and Brad Lord as the starters. I've talked about how I really like what I've seen from Brad Lord recently, and now you look at his season-long numbers, a 3.26 ERA. He has really been a gem in this Nationals pitching staff. 91 innings of work, doesn't really miss a lot of bats, but keeps the ball on the ground, and he's had his last 5 games, 4 of those 5 starts were Nationals victories. They took down some tough teams, the Reds, the Astros, the Phillies, along the way. And you're facing Kodai Senga, who's got great numbers in the season, but he's been a little bit shaky since the All-Star break. He's given up a lot of sharp contact, a lot of home runs. His control's been off, and the Mets have lost his last 2 starts. I'm going to roll with the Nationals plus the 1.5 runs in this one at home. Next up, we've got the White Sox and the Braves. We've got Martin Perez and Hurston Waldrop as the projected starters. Waldrop, the Florida Gator, is pitching really well at the major league level so far this season. 17 2/3, 17 strikeouts, just 2 earned runs given up. Coming off a quality start against the Guardians, 6 innings of scoreless ball, 7 strikeouts in a 2-0 Braves win. They've won his first 3 games. 2 of those were starts. And I think he pitches well in this one. I mean, the White Sox are definitely a lot better offensively second half than they were in the first half. But you got Martin Perez on the other side. Still don't think he's a great option at the major league level. Against the Braves team, it's been okay against lefties in the month of August. I'm going to roll the Atlanta Braves in this one on the money line and run line at home. Next up, we've got the New York Yankees and the Tampa Bay Rays. We've got Cam Schlittler and Drew Rasmussen as the starters. Now, it's not been a great season for the Rays, but one of the big reasons why they're even around 500 to begin with is because of Drew Rasmussen. And, during a season where there's been big disappointments in the rotation with injuries and underperformers like Shane Baz and Ryan Pepio, I mean, Rasmussen's been as consistent as it gets. Hasn't given up more than 2 runs since July 30th, let alone 3 runs. So he's a quality start machine. And so far in August, a .52 ERA in 17 and a third innings against the Dodgers, the Mariners, and then on the road against the A's. So some really tough matchups. He's pitching really well. I think he gets the run support against Schlittler. I like this Rays bullpen. Give me Tampa Bay and this one on the money line. Next up, the Athletics and the Twins. We've got JT Ginn and Bailey Ober as the starters. I really like the matchup for JT Ginn in his last game against the Rays, but he did not pitch well in that one. Struggled in the first inning, really. Had a few opportunities to get out of that inning and limit the damage, but the Rays were able to extend that inning and put up 5 earned runs, 6 total runs in just the first 2 innings against Ginn, win that game 8-2. I still think he's got a lot of upside to his game. I like the fact that he can miss some bats, keep the ball on the ground. I think he's an okay option this one against a Twins team. It's not great offensively in their current state, and Bailey Ober's also not putting together great numbers in 2025. The Twins have lost his last 5 games. I trust this Athletics offense that they've been great against right-handed pitching in the month of August. So give me the A's in this one on the money line on the road. Next up, we've got the Rangers and the Royals. We've got Jacob deGrom and Noah Cameron as the starters. Now, believe it or not, Jacob deGrom doesn't have the best numbers against his current Royals lineup, and it's a pretty small sample size, but 50 plate appearances, a decent strikeout rate and a low walk rate, but a .578 expected slugging percentage, a .316 expected batting average. You've got a Rangers team that's not played well in deGrom starts recently. They've not been great against left-handed pitching this season or in the month of August. You've got a pretty good lefty on the other side in Noah Cameron. I got to roll the Royals in this one on the money line at Kaufman. Next up, we've got the Brewers and the Cubs. Should be a great matchup here. Jacob Misiorowski and Colin Ray are the starters. And we know that Brewers bullpen was worked very heavily in that Cincinnati Reds series. And now in this series, with the doubleheader on Tuesday, it's a pretty tough spot here, in my opinion, for Milwaukee, because Misiorowski, we've seen him not pitch deep into ball games recently. He's a young pitcher that's got great strikeout stuff, but some control issues. And if that pitch count rises early in this start, which it very well could, it did the last time he faced the Cubs, I think the Brewers are in trouble, because while I like this bullpen overall, like I said, it's been worked very heavily. I mean, there's no reason to go crazy in this game with a giant lead in the division standing still, even playing through this series. And Colin Ray's been a lot better in August than he was previous months. I think he could pitch pretty well in this game. I think the Cubs win this game on the money line. So give me Chicago at Wrigley Field. Next up, we've got the Dodgers and the Rockies. We've got Shohei Ohtani and Mr. Tanner Gordon as the starters. Now, so far, for the most part, Shohei Ohtani's pitched well this season, but he's obviously been on a pretty significant pitching limit. He had his first game over 60 pitches his last start against the Angels. Did not pitch well in that game. 4 1/3 innings, 4 earned runs. He did have 7 strikeouts. We know he's got great strikeout stuff. And like I said, overall, he's pitched well, but he's not been a profitable starting pitching option because the Dodgers have not backed him up, whether that's the bullpen, which has been so-so in 2025, or the lineup. They haven't given him a lot of run support in his starts. So you look at his last 3 games, he had 2 runs in 3 innings given up against the Reds, 4 innings of 1-run ball against the Cardinals, 4 1/3, like we said, against the Angels, 4 earned runs, but all 3 of those ended up being losses for the Dodgers. And a lot of times when you got Shohei Ohtani on the mound with the Dodgers, you're going to be laying a pretty significant price like we see in this game. So for me, I just can't get there with the Dodgers at this kind of price. Tanner Gordon's been better at Coors Field, not much better, but still has been a little bit more competitive at Coors Field. And I think the Rockies will be able to get to Shohei for a couple of runs, add a few runs in this Dodgers bullpen to at least cover the run line at Coors Field. Next up, we got the Cincinnati Reds taking on the Los Angeles Angels. We've got Nick Martinez and Yusei Kikuchi as the projected starters. Now, in his last game, Nick Martinez was given a nice, healthy lead, 8-1, by the second inning of that game, but that's light work for Nick Martinez. He was able to blow that in record time, giving up 5 earned runs and 6 total runs, 9 base hits to go with it, and just 2 2/3 in a game that ended up being 10-8 final in Milwaukee's favor. So really, I just can't back Martinez, even though he was pitching well before. After that kind of start, where he's struggled on the road now this season as well, up against Kikuchi, who's pitched well at home this season, and the Reds team has not been anything special against lefties. I got to roll with the Angels in this one on the money line. Next up, we've got the Giants and the Padres. Landon Roop for San Francisco, but no official starter right now for the Padres. Now, Roop has pitched well this year, but did struggle quite a bit in his most recent game against the Rays. 5 earned runs given up in just 3 innings of work. And you look at his last start against these Padres, he pitched really well. That was in San Francisco on June 3rd. 6 1/3 innings of shutout ball, but that still ended up being a 3-2 loss for San Francisco. Goes to show you how bad this Giants offense has been really over the last 3+ months. And you look at the previous start at Petco Park for Landon Roop against the Padres, where he is here. 4 earned runs, 7 base hits, a home run, couple of walks to go with it. He's not been great on the road this season. He's got an ERA of 4.15. So I'm going to roll with the Padres in this one. Even if Roop pitches, has a bounce-back start and pitches well, I don't love his offense. I don't love his bullpen behind him. So give me San Diego on the money line. And that's it. Those are the games for Wednesday in baseball. Hope you enjoyed this video. Again, my apologies for my voice today, and most likely the next couple of days we continue to show up every day for the MLB regular season and postseason. And if you like this video, make sure to hit that thumbs up button. Subscribe helps us out a ton. And if you're looking for my best bets, you can find those at the premium picks tab at pickdawgz.com. Again, this is Ron Romanelli. As always, good luck.